Sean's team, Exploration Ground Systems, is going to decontaminate the vehicle in terms of the propulsion system has hydrazine, and so we'll be working through that. In the meantime, we'll be pulling hardware off the boat in parallel with other activities, and when we get back to Kennedy Space Center, we've got about 286 components we're going to reuse in future missions already, and then we're going to decide, we're going to look at other future missions in terms of how we reuse those as well. A lot of work, not only on the hardware flow, but also all the analysis of the data that we're going to need going forward to learn.
Hello, everyone. Hi, Cheryl. Hi, Anna Court, Charmaine, Jan, Ann. Everyone, click those thumbs up on your way in, please. Let's have a little clock it tonight. Hi, Sandy. Okay, Anna Court. We gonna wash.
I heard you running around the streets naked. Alleged.
Oh
I
no, we're
heard you.
supposed to start at the beginning. There you go.
I heard you running around the streets naked. Alleged. I heard you almost got your kids taped. Allegedly. And got escorted at the airport. Allegedly. Drugged out while you in court because your mental health is on life support. Did you allegedly go fund me just to pay for a vacation? Yikes. Trying to be a singer? Girl, you need a new vocation.
Ooh.
Pregnant by your husband and you still was fornicating.
Okay.
Then faked a live attack and wonder why they victims went. This
Clock
bitch is
it. Oh my goodness. I love that song she did. Oh goodness. Everybody click them thumbs up when you come in. That's right, clock it. Hi, Vanessa. Mm. Okay, who did this message? Let me see. Yes, what a day. You got that right. Hi, Margaret. I already seen. Hi, Jan. Evangeline. Hi, Paul. Maribel. Melva. Christina. Man, did y'all just watch Don's live? Looks like Miss KO done did, or should I say Horiana done pulled the fast one again. You know, we done seen that before. Apparently people can't download the little album that they bought. Even the ones that bought the little 100 albums. They can't download it. Imagine that. But we've seen her do that before. Yes, she did. Hey, Brenda, Tony, Lupe. Yeah, she did that before. Remember what did she do? Oh, she did one of them little, what she called a concert. It was on I forget the name of that app where you do the video thing and people couldn't get in. And all the people who asked for their money back, she blocked them. Yeah, they still support her, but hey, if that's what they want to do, let them. Hi, Debbie. You know, her sister said it best. They love to be scammed, so let them be scammed. Talking about, oh, we gonna buy them and gift them to people. You ain't gift shit. Because y'all couldn't even download it. What y'all dumbasses get? Margaret, she got the cheap. Yeah, now she wants them to, because she probably, okay, she wanted the money, okay, because she knew Apple and YouTube and all them, they were going to keep some of that money for, her little streams. But she also knew that selling that stupid ass album sounded like a cat crying or dying wasn't gonna count as anything. But that music ain't gonna count as nothing, just like Don said. Don said that thing is gonna go triple plastic. What he should have said was triple garbage, because it ain't gonna go nowhere, just like ain't nothing else going nowhere. It's a triple whammy today. Bobby, Blessing, and now Tad. She told one to try again later. Something went wrong. Exactly. We know why people gonna run it up on YouTube. She said you can buy the album on her website, and then you don't have to stream it. You know what I'm saying? And now look, talking about, oh, we'll email proof of purchase to core management, and we'll send you a link. Girl, didn't I thought they purchased the link. Sound like another scam. It's crazy. Let me see. Smooth operator, how you doing? She was yelling at people, telling them they couldn't hear it because they needed headphones. Why you? Oh Lord, no, that's a new one right there. You mean to tell me you purchased a download of her album and you can't hear it because you need headphones? Jesus. Wow. I haven't watched it today. I'm just going by what I heard. I was going to come live, and then I heard Don was going to go live, and he said we didn't want to miss it. So I was like, well, let me watch him first. It's just the beginning. Birthday next. Jade. Child, yeah, but you know what? She don't care nothing about Jay's birthday. We all know that. Last year she barely acknowledged that girl's birthday until it was the actual day so she could get money. No, you're right. She doesn't care who she hurts at all. Yes, Stoney's song is fire. I really enjoyed that one. And they trying to act like they don't care. Oh, they big mad over there. They can try to act like they not, but they big mad over there. Yeah, it's gonna bring in money. You right about that. Sure is. She acts like her birthday is like a national holiday or something. Don't nobody care when a Horiana was born. Shit. Stupid. Just like I know they was mad yesterday when Don put out the, I couldn't even listen to part of that because it just gave me a headache of when all the songs of hers that he did before he fixed her vocals. But we all know that girl can't sing. She was dancing at the park with the kids. Wait a minute. Okay. She was dancing at the park with the kids this afternoon to one of the songs. A lady walked up and told her daughter, I don't think we need. Oh, really? Oh my goodness! I know one of these days they gonna kick that girl out the park, and she's always in there dressed inappropriately, opening her legs, doing all kind of videotaping people's kids. You know you can't be just walking around videotaping people's kids. She don't watch your own kids. That's a good name, Miss Wazilla. Yeah, she act like she the only one with a birthday. Scratching on the wall for real. Like no, you remember like back in the day when they used to have the chalkboards and you scratch your nails, drag your nails down on the chalkboard. That's what it sounds like. She needs to get banned because you know, like you're gonna sit here and uh, sell an album that you know what I'm saying. Like that's theft. You know, you did it before. People were complaining, you know, and asking for their money back. And you got mad because they couldn't get in to see your little stupid concert. And you blocked those people. And then you came back out and told anybody who asked for their money back will be blocked. Well, when you sell something, you're supposed to provide something. People don't just, you know, people gift you your money on, you know, but with stars, super thanks, you know, your coffees. They get already give you enough on that. But they bought a product. Now, how would she feel if she bought something or what, you know, all her Timu clothing and they, you know, and she opened up the box and there was nothing in it. Wouldn't she want her money back? Hi, Sharon. Hi, Laura. She would want her money. I just listened to it for free. I didn't even bother to listen to it yet. But I heard I'm just going right now. I'm going by what other people said about how them songs sound and as usual, you know you can barely understand nothing she's saying. Her ghost want her to trademark WAS so no one else would use it. Lord have mercy. Oh, they all need to have the cops show up to her door. Cops and immigration, shit. But let her trademark WAS. What they gonna do? Lock me up for saying WAS? That's not. It's not like a name. You know what I'm saying? It's not like I can't start a business and use that name. They can't stop me from saying WAS because she trademarks it. No, that means you can't open up a business. Use that as something like that, but they can't stop me from saying was. You don't own words. Shoot, did it stop her from using body candy? All she did was add Bicora on there. Cause there's already a company called Body Candy. Yeah, you're right. It is mumbo jumbo. Ice Ice Baby, you got that right. Yeah, she stole that from somebody else. All the girl do is steal any damn way. She steal every damn thing. Shoot, she stole a damn citizenship too, allegedly. That's what I'm hearing. You know what I'm saying? Like they all upset because Justin is talking out now. Well, you know why can't he talk? This chick been talking for 4.5 years. She been running her mouth. Wait a minute. You know what I'm saying? For like, yeah, 4.5 years. She been steady running her mouth. 3 days full postpartum, 5 days postpartum. I don't know what day postpartum. I was abused. Now she throwing out different stuff. He threw water in my face. Girl, you ain't said that in 4.5 years. Now all of a sudden he threw water in your face? Just stop lying. I don't give her a view, but I just seen a picture of the girl and baby J seems like she just woke up in the bags and dark circles under both of her eyes. Kids need to get a break. Man, for real, they sure do. Cause them kids, I heard she even was yelling at A yesterday, telling her not to mention her father up in her house anymore. And usually she don't say that to A, she only says that to J. But A kept talking. Hmm. She kept talking. I watched the one that there were lyrics to, and it's all about making money and shaking ass. That's what somebody else told me, that one of her songs was something about my Nash growing. And I'm just like, oh my God. Like, are you serious? Look how she raised hell about that woman asking for a refund for her. You okay? Good point. She had a fit about that lady asked that she didn't even ask her for a refund. She went through her bank and got a refund. And she put that lady name right out there. Yeah, yeah, Margaret, I noticed that. She had some work done or something, cause at her age they just don't grow. Yes, her nose is growing too, sure is. And she looking more and more manly by the day. That's all I got to say. She made enough to pay her mortgage and condo fees or for another trip. Yeah, I heard she's going away next week. I heard she's going, I don't know, she's going to some island. Oh, yeah, you know what? I did hear Jay say something about that. She thought she was doing something by taking him to that restaurant. And I did hear Jay say, no, my dad takes us here. Mm-hmm. Thought she was, doing something because she went to a restaurant where they had gold plates and gold bowls. Or gold colored, I should say. She said she's going on an undisclosed island next week. What she needs to do is bring her ass to goddamn to the UK. She keeps running her mouth about um the attack, the London attack, and my ex did it, and he sent them, and you're going to jail. You're going to jail. It's a felony. Well, bring your ass on back there and take care of it then. How come you ain't went back to try to see what's going on? And then she threw a loop out there. Now she's putting out there they wanted to come out there and give her DNA. Why they want you to give your DNA? You ain't say that before. But if it's such a big deal and you're so concerned about it and you think your ex did it, bring your ass on over there and handle your business. One of her one of the people in her comments told her that. She got upset, told me, oh, well, do you know my schedule? Do you know how hard it is just to go over to London and do that? When am I gonna have the time? You done flew to Japan, you done flew to Bali, you done been all over the world and the United States. Yes, it's easy for you to fly to the UK and handle that. I know. If it was me, I would have handled it. And I was listening to Blessings Live today. Why the hell did you sneak up out of the damn out of there the next day? Shouldn't you have been at the police station giving your statement? Trying to find out what was going on? You see, if somebody tried to kill me, unalive me, that's what I would have been doing. Nancy should take her with the okay, she sure should. Hi, Elizabeth. Marble Mouth is going to the UK for. Is she trying to go down there for a conference, or is she going down there to see if she can sell her pots again? I don't know if she's a fugitive. I don't know. I'm just saying, that's what she said. She said that they asked her to come back down there. Okay, well, if you think this is such a big deal and someone tried to unalive you and you want them put in jail, then bring your ass down there and handle your business. That's what I would be doing. Hey, kitty cat. Margaret. That's right, clock it. The way the world is right now, I'm scared. Tell me about it. Yes, she did. Yes, Blessing did dissect her fake attack. And somebody said she bought that, what, maybe a week or two ago before she went? Just like that knife. That goes to that set she has in her house. And they sell them like that in plenty of stores. And the set comes, you can either get one solid color of black, or you can get the set that comes, there's a blue one, a red one, a purple one, a green one. But because I have that set, but not in the colors. My set is just black. No, it's like silver, you know what I'm saying? I don't need all them crazy colors. But yeah, I was listening to Blessings Live today, and that didn't sound like she was being attacked to me. Not at all. You know what I'm saying? But like I said, I agree with the commenter that was on her live the other day, and they sat there and said that she if it's such a big deal, you need to go down there and handle it. And I agree with that. Hi, Melvia. Melvia. Yes, hi, Bubbly Me. Yes, I got 46 people in here, 27 thumbs up. Everybody click the thumbs up, like, share, tag a friend. Matter of fact, can somebody tag Angel? Anna Court's already on here, and tag could tag Don, Stony, and Blessing. She always misses my live. Let me see. That's an awful photo anyway. Look at the length of her neck. We can safely conclude that Doc was a husband, a father, in a video. Yes, he was. And Joe, they always want to talk bad about him, but, and she always has a lot to say about him, but she ain't got no problem bringing them girls over there to drop them off. And they're mad because he's talking. Why can't he talk? He can talk. She been talking for 4.5 years with lies. He's stronger now. Y'all can't bully him. If she can say what she thinks is her story, he is allowed to come out and say his story and debunk her lies. He's allowed to do that. If y'all don't want him to talk, then tell her to shut the hell up. You know what I'm saying? And then maybe if she's not running her mouth, then maybe he ain't got nothing to say. Yeah, her nose is growing. Sure is. Man, let me tell you something. You got that right. It is mind-blowing to see how many moo-moos are out there. I did not know that there were so many stupid people in the world. Is it me or is G-Mother looking rough? She been looking rough. Yes, I see JD in the video. I seen that. And I know they big mad. She was even trying to get Baby A to say wasp. Wow. Her friend in Nigeria had her son wearing a t-shirt with the name of that album on it, talking about when I say Cora, you say wasp. Had that little boy saying wasp with a t-shirt on. Child, I'm like, where that boy daddy at? It's crazy. That's right. Freedom of speech. Barking dog is so pissed. Let them. Let them be mad. You know what I'm saying? Don's entitled to tell his story. You know what I'm saying? He's entitled to say what he wants to say. So is Tony. Don is petty, and I love it. They're used to getting away with stuff. They're used to people, everybody that core wrongs, they just walk away. They tried that. No, she couldn't let it rest, which I knew at some point she was gonna open her mouth. You know what I'm saying? See, she's not used to dealing with somebody like Don. And she should know from being around him exactly how Don was. Yes, she does look like a dude. You got that right. Hey, Elizabeth. That's right. She wanted it. Yes, she is. The one out there, she sure is. Man, I be cracking up on Don's live. I be laughing my ass off. He was trying so hard tonight. He was like, "I'm trying so hard." I just knew he was gonna go petty. Wesley Snipes identical twin. You got that right. Cause some of them pictures, and sometimes she come on there on that camera and she be looking like a straight up dude. Yeah. Yogurt is good. But I know they, like I said, I know they mad about them. But it is what it is. She brought it on herself. You know what I'm saying? Like, and bottom line is, they know. They know she stole that girl's song. You know what I'm saying? But they won't sit here and admit that what she did was wrong. Now, you know what I'm saying? And she couldn't just. I know she hating on herself for moving and because I knew she was gonna eventually do them dirty. But she's hating that she did it so quickly. Because if she had just waited, she would have went to all those celebrity events that they went to that Grammy weekend. The song "Dude Looks Like a Lady," not for real. I mean, I don't know. She looking real rough there. And somebody sent me a picture yesterday. Oh my goodness, that girl she looks so damn high. I don't know, she probably was a mixture of high and drunk. Shoot, I don't know which one that was. I seen that. Guys, did you see the debut of Panty Liner? Oh my goodness. Somebody, I don't know. Somebody, I don't know. And the thing is she knows she's not going to make it. That's why she wanted all that money off her website. She knows she's not going to make it in the music industry. She said, "Oh, we need to prove them wrong. We need to prove them wrong that I can make it in the US music industry." Girl, selling them albums on your website wasn't making you go anywhere in American music. Okay? And you sit here, you get a pretty, not a lot, but you get a few, quite a few downloads or not download streams from your other music, but it never went anywhere. You're not played on the American, radio stations. You thought you were doing it big. I got a radio interview. I got a TV interview. Girl, you went to a warehouse with people who didn't even know who the hell you were. And they were clowning you. And we ain't see that on no American nothing out here. So I don't know what you talking about. Those blonde braids put anything she put on her head put years on her. She was at LA Crayfish when she got back and said it was one of her lovers. JD is supposed to know who her lovers in London are. She tells so many whatever. Let her she's lying. I don't believe anything happened. And like I said, if she says that JD did it, prove it. Because there's CCTV cameras everywhere out there. Go on out there and ask them what the hell they doing. What, it's been about a year now? Or over a year? What, 2 years? Ask them what's going on. Yeah, she's blacklisted in LA. She sure is. She was trying to look like Stony with those ridiculous braids on her head. Okay. Let me see. Where's she at? Let me see. I'm looking. Done, sis. She ain't, you right, that's right, she ain't making it nowhere. But in that, okay? Yeah, they were hired actors. No, he would not jeopardize himself or his girls or his career. She ain't worth anybody getting locked up for. Can't watch her. She flips the braids to the front, and a minute later she's flipping them back like it's because she's trying to act like like I got hair because that's the only time she got some damn hair because she can't grow none. She can't grow no hair. And she had those knee-high brown boots on. I'm sure that exactly. And this is something that she had came out with another story about that. She said that I guess she met some man and she was telling him what happened and he said that he would protect her, nothing's gonna happen to her, and he went back with her to that. See, she's saying that it was an Airbnb. That wasn't no Airbnb. That looked like a hostel. Okay? And he went back with her to protect her. Now, mind you, she just got attacked now, allegedly. Okay? But yet she brings some strange man back there with her. And then while that man is in that room, she decides to go take a shower. Now make that make sense. But you was just allegedly attacked. That don't make no sense. You wouldn't have let no strange man go back there with you. Talking about you got PTSD. Did you have PTSD when you was walking down the streets of New York in the middle of the night, not paying attention to your surroundings because you had your face inside two phones? No, you ain't got PTSD. And you know what I'm saying? And then if you went to the hospital, because I don't even know if she went to the hospital or did she just get in the ambulance. But if you were attacked, when you go to the hospital, go to the emergency room, they're gonna make you take everything off and put on one of them damn gowns. No, it wasn't that man. That man had got on that damn cruise ship. That wasn't that man. This was a different man, a strange man. She even said it was somebody she had just met. That other man went and got on that damn ship. Hmm. Yeah, that's right, Margaret. The bodyguard went on that cruise. And I don't think that was a bodyguard. I think that was a client. But that's just my opinion. Yeah, it was a different man. She did another video. I don't know. This was a little while back. She did a video, and she was talking about how it was a stranger, and I'm like, who brings a stranger to their whole? Like I said, it ain't what that wasn't even a hotel, and she's saying it was an Airbnb. Girl, there was a room. That was a hostel. But what kind of Airbnb was you in with that old ass bed? With that metal frame. That's how you cut your leg. She replied they got it. They got it on that night and she was going to put it in her book. Yeah, okay. I'm waiting to see her next book. Yeah, he was a client. Left her sitting right on that dock. And if he paid for her ticket, I know he was mad as hell. Because I know there was no refund. He left her ass sitting right there. Sure did. I would have did the same thing. But she knew she couldn't get on that shit. She just didn't tell him. Well, maybe she thought, because I'm the singing, dancing princess from the motherland. Maybe she thought that would have got her on the ship. I don't know. The girl ain't got damn sense. But I want to see her, go out there, handle your business, girl. If it's that serious, for, of a deal, then you'll go handle that. But that's how, we'll see. You know what I'm saying? But unless you have proof that he did it, she needs to shut up. Yeah, it was all planned. Sure was. And all that hollering and screaming she was supposed to be doing, how come nobody didn't come to her rescue? Like Blessing played it today. When the man Kate walked in there, he was like, what's going on? He was all calm. He didn't yell, stop, stop. He didn't try to help her. He didn't call 911. He didn't do none of that. So yes, it was planned. And who gets attacked and runs after the attacker? I ain't never in my life seen nothing stupid like that. And there's no way you didn't notice until you got back to your room and went to take a shower that your leg was bleeding. I have the video where she was getting ready before the attack. She was as nervous as she could be, even put her deodorant on twice. Exactly. I remember that in the video. Wasn't that the room Nancy was staying in before she left? I thought she gave up that room to Kay. I don't remember. Cause I only know when that happened, Nancy was she was somewhere else in a nicer place than where she was staying at. So I'm not sure about that one. But that girl, every time if she opened her mouth, she lying. That's what she do. She just lie all the time for no damn reason. Yes. She wanted her phone. The heck with that phone. Exactly. I think that interview she did, those people were involved. Uh-huh. That's right. I believe that too. Then comes back with comes back with the knife. Told you that knife was part of her set. She told me they took my phone, they took my Apple Watch, they took something else, she said. I'm just like, oh my goodness. Yeah, man, she said she was the only one that knew where she was staying. She sure did say that. She said she got poked with a knife, but her pants never ripped. Oh, okay, make that make sense. And then you're sitting here talking about, okay, if you had on that coat, how did your alleged acid get on your back? Because you had them people, the ambulance people, you talking about your back is burning. How did your back get burnt? Why is your back burning? You had that big old bubble coat on that didn't have not one cut in it because you still wearing that coat. You're right. The girl is money hungry. She had a song coming out, so she staged that attack. You know what? Every time something, when she wants a song comes out, it had some drama is attached to it. Like now, this is why you see how she came out again about the London attack, and my ex had something to do with it. Matter of fact, she even went so far that she said, anybody who says the attack was fake, any blogger who says the attack was fake, that means they had something to do with it, and I okay, I take that as a threat that I'm not supposed to say it was fake. Okay, well listen, I'm gonna say it point blank. Cora Obedi, that London attack was fake, 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 fake as it comes. And I'm gonna sit here and wait for the authorities from London to come see me. Okay. Okay. Tell them it was Tasmanian Devil. Now, I know you don't have my real name, but they the popo. So they can, they'll run my IP address and see who I am. They'll let them contact me because it was fake. Yeah, she was looking to see if they were in place. That's why she went back before she came back out. And exactly, her supporters should hold her accountable for her lies. But they won't, and that's why she keeps doing it. But see, when you know what I'm saying, when she goes down, because at some point it's gonna come to an end. I mean, karma. Sometimes karma takes a long time to come, but sooner or later. And then what are they gonna do? They're her downfall. That's right, fake, fake, fake. I guess a lot of bloggers are going to jail then. Huh. No, I'm not in Tasmania, Australia. I'm in I'm in the U.S. She wants to trend, be in the news. She don't care. It okay, exactly. She doesn't care if it's good or bad. But see, that's the thing that she doesn't understand. You know what I'm saying? Like trending badly in the news is not going to make you have a music career. It's not going to make you be a movie star. It's not going to do any of that for you. Shaking your ass every day is not going to make your music sell. Okay? Dressing half naked is not going to make your music sell. You being abusive to your children, that's not going to do it either. Okay? Yes, KO, you was a bald headed lie that attack. Yes, it was fake. Huh. Yes, she made big bucks on that attack. She sure did. Oh, you're in Australia. Okay. Who lives in Australia? Is it Anna? No, Anna don't live. Does she live in Anna live in Australia? No PTSD. Exactly. She's not afraid of anything. That's why it didn't happen. How do you neutralize acid with a can of Coke? She went out the next night walking Hollywood Strip. Exact. She does that everywhere she goes. She walks the streets at night. She took the girls to ice cream shops, shaking her behind. See? Can't go nowhere. Can't go nowhere. Okay, she lives in New Zealand. Okay. She can't go nowhere without shaking her behind. Like, damn, like, don't you embarrassing your children. Like, damn. At some point, this is, how her behavior is going to affect her children. And she doesn't care. As these kids get older, she is going to affect her children with how she acts. Those children are going to be bullied. Jay is not built that way. Okay, New Zealand born. Okay. Nope, I'm US born and raised. Hey Christy, which is chopping it up and clock it. The only thing she will be known for, okay, one night stand, shaking her behind, dressing half naked. After her fake attack, she ran upstairs and washed her face with something. Then that girl is stupid as hell. Sorry to say, Jake. Yes, she is. She is acting very inappropriate. Yes, she is. But you notice there's a difference with how she acts from when she's with her mother and then when she's with her dad. You know what I'm saying? And it makes it hard for JD. You know what I'm saying? Because he's teaching her to do one thing, but then it's like when she goes home to her mom, it's like, okay, now I got to perform. Now I got to do this. She shows all that extra affection, and that's really weird, you know, because that's the only time she gets attention. I mean, I'm just gonna be honest. It's the only time she gets attention. When that camera turns off, it's fly away. The guy was complaining about how much he was paying for. Think she set him up too and had no intentions of going on that cruise. She probably didn't. And I would have been mad too. Yeah, she can be you're right. She can be a kid, a regular kid when she's with her father. You were very right about that. Like I said, one of these days when that girl gets older, she's going to write a book. How I Survived My Mother's House. That girl was lost in New York, walking the streets in the cold at night. If she was ever attacked, she would be. Exactly. And she wasn't even watching her surroundings. Look at the world we live in. You know, okay, I don't believe she was attacked, and she knows she wasn't attacked. So, of course, she's not nervous. But even in the daytime here in the U.S., she acts like the U.S. is perfectly safe. It is not safe. There are things happening every day, even in broad daylight. I am always aware of my surroundings. I don't care what time of day it is, but A is going to be her. Yeah, A is going to be her match. She told A yesterday not to mention her father's house, name in her house ever. She kept talking about her daddy. Yes, I have noticed that Jay changes her clothes. She does what she feels is going to make her mother happy, which is really sad and sick. I'm just going to say that. I thought Nancy stayed there with her one night. I don't know. She probably did. Ambulance attendants were hired, as were the others involved in her fake attack. It wouldn't be the first time. True. Mommy, yes, Mama Dearest, 2026. You got that right. That's a very good name. Yes, she's embarrassing. I would never embarrass my kids like that. Never. When I used to go out and party and stuff like that, whatever I wore to go out in, my kids were sleeping. Somebody was there to watch them. My kids were sleeping. They never seen what I left my house in. If I had a short skirt on or whatever, my kids didn't see that mess. She looks like a streetwalker everywhere she goes. In the grocery store, dressing half naked. Baby A told her to stop shaking her boom boom because Daddy told us not to do it. Her fans told her to give baby A to the father and keep Jay. Oh, what? Are you serious? Hmm. But no, she ain't gonna get rid of A. A's her favorite. Her goats don't listen to what goes on. She said with Lover in London, she said that several times in LA Crayfish's house, but she wants to blame JD. Exactly. She did say it was one of her lovers. And didn't they say, Nancy say it was a South African or something like that? Who am I talking about? Stoney said in Clockett's song something about escort planes. She sure did. She said a lot. Oh my goodness, she said a lot. I was cracking up. Listen, I had to listen to it a couple times. I'm just like, no, she didn't. And I loved every verse of her song. I wasn't expecting that. Private planes. Yeah, she talked about said about the fake attack. She talked about her you almost got your kids taken away. Allegedly. Oh, okay, it was a Kenyan. Okay, I knew it was somebody. It got had them people messed up. She had them, she had them real upset about that. That's what I'm wondering about, Sandy. She had on a crochet white dress the other day that hardly covered up anything. Exactly. She put them on like my new dress. Like, girl, that ain't a dress. That's a damn shirt. The followers were telling her to slap. What? Because she didn't want to sing that morning ritual. The crappy. They told her to slap baby A because she didn't want to sing that morning song. Wow. That's crazy. And you know what? The sad thing is she probably gonna start doing that. Shoot, you know what they said? They said she slaps Jay when she don't want to get on camera. I've watched that little girl sometimes not want to get on camera, and I don't blame her. She always has to put on a show, perform. Then her mother humiliates her. Your bum bum stinks, or you didn't wipe your this, or you didn't do that. The other day, she humiliated that girl so bad she couldn't even look in the camera. Hello, Christy. Her raccoon eyed sister is in London now. That doesn't look too good for her. Her sister loved London. Hi, Rosen. Oh, Roisin. Okay. Hey, Roisin, clock it. Wow. That's crazy. Yeah, she does try to hide from the camera. And every time they move away, she grabs them right back in. They are telling G her to give baby A to the father. But that's her favorite. They say it's the African way. Wow. That's crazy. Hi, Daisy from Toronto. Have you ever been on my page before, Christy? That's really crazy that they told her to give baby A to her dad and keep Jay. Why? Because she can manipulate Jay into being inappropriately, that Jay's going to do whatever she needs to do to make her mother happy so she's not treated badly. No, Christy, I asked you, have you ever been on my page before? Okay, I got you, sis. Mm. You know, cause you know what? But part of her attitude, because look how allowed her to get away with everything. You know what I'm saying? She can never do no wrong. She raised her that way. Okay, Lupe. Oh, yeah, she's lost. She's gone. I put her out. I ain't got time for this. She keep asking me who I'm talking to. Oh, so she's live. Yes. Oh my goodness. I ain't never. Hold on a minute. I've just figured something out. Okay, Cheryl, you can handle business now if you know what I mean. That's because she can't enter the U. Yeah, she can't. She can't come here to the U.S. I think there's like, what, 70 something countries that can't come here now? Or something like that? It's from what I don't know the exact amount, but it's a lot of countries that can't come here now. Hold on a minute. Okay. Yeah. They have been banned, especially Nigeria, the number one. But here in I don't believe that all Nigerians are bad. There's good and bad in every race, every color. But here in the U.S., Nigeria, people from Nigeria, they've had a bad. People have given them a bad reputation for many years. But I don't believe in that all Nigerians are bad. Not all Nigerians are bad. So there's a lot of very good Nigerians. And of course, didn't they think they could go to UK? They banned too many. Um, I heard it. I heard the UK did change some rules. I mean, I'm not saying that. I don't know if they can't go there. Yeah, you're right. It's good and bad in all countries and good and bad in all races. She made the block hot. She travels on dummy LA mummy missions. That's what I heard, allegedly. Right now, it's just Peter paying for Paul for the Nigerians, pretty much. And that's what I don't understand. Everybody, all these a lot of the Nigerians that support KO, they live in the UK, they live here in the US. Instead of helping out core, why aren't they helping out their own families out there? That's who they should be helping out. Instead of helping her out. You guys don't have family at back home that y'all should be helping? KO's a millionaire. They should be helping, their own family. Instead of helping her out. I hear a lot of people are struggling, there. You know what I'm saying? Like, I've heard how, stories from Anacord, Blessing. Look at an Angel. Look what Angel's doing. An Angel lives out there. Angel helps people. You know what I'm saying? She helps people struggling. She's told stories where people come and knock on her door late at night because their children have not eaten. And she gives them what she can. Might not be a lot, but she gives to them. She gives them what she can. Even though sometimes she might not have a lot, but she gives it to them to make sure these people's kids can at least eat once a day. No, she ain't going to help nobody. She's only out for herself. Or everything they give her, it will never be enough. It will never satisfy her. That is one of the most greediest, selfish people I have ever seen in my life. Now, when you sit here and say, my children aren't my first priority, now that's that's a selfish bitch right there. When you say your children are not your first priority, then you shouldn't have had children. You shouldn't have had them. Your children are supposed to be your first priority. Your children are supposed to come before you. Yes, Angel helps her people. She sure does. Yeah, you know what? Sometimes, some of them, I don't even think some of them are messy. I think some of them, I think some of them just don't like the fact that, a white man did this to her. A white man didn't do anything to her. Okay? Because if she had acted like she had a little bit of sense, a little bit of home training, they would have still been together. They could have been doing wonderful right now if she wasn't so selfish and greedy and knew how to treat people. Okay? Some of them, they know she's wrong, but they've just refused to admit that they are wrong about her. That man wasn't any bank manager. The man was a janitor in the bank. Who are you talking about? Okay, Internet. Oh, hey, Internet. I believe Whore is supporting her dad. I don't believe he was a bank manager either. Oh, he was a janitor at the bank, allegedly. Okay. I believe that's why he never said anything negative about her. Yes, they can go. Okay, they can go to the UK. Hi, Francis. She's playing that nasty song for the girl. Oh my God. Well, I'm not. Well, you know what? I'm not surprised that she's singing, that she's playing them inappropriate songs for the girl. Talking about my Nash is go. What the hell kind of song is that? My Nash is growing. But she, man, you know what? Even a strip club wouldn't play that garbage. Okay. I was saying the same thing. I think he was a so-called farmer most of his life. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Because who was it? Blessing, she found out all that info. You know what I'm saying? She acts like they grew up rich and this and no, y'all grew up in government housing. You grew up in the slums, as they want to say it. That's where you grew up. You said you didn't have this, you didn't have that. How was your father the bank manager, but you didn't have shit? Yeah, she taking money from her own people. She is watching her so-called album dancing around like she need to be sitting there trying to figure out how come these people didn't get their damn song. How come they didn't get their album? She need to be fixing that. But most of them people, they probably don't care anyways. Papa Smurf. Daddy, Skeeter. But being a princess from royalty, shouldn't they be rich? Exactly. No, she ain't helping her. Or he was a greeter, like a Walmart greeter. Oh, Francis Priere. The girl is so miserable alone with those children, passing time for Sunday. I know she is still singing. Of course, she's out of tune. I am I am Siri. I think it is. It's all about her. It's always been about her. No, what happened, Francis? What about what happened yesterday? They say Angel. Hmm. Okay, they can say Angel lives in the ghetto. You know what I'm saying? Shoot. KO might live in a nice neighborhood, but shit, that damn condo look like it belong in the ghetto. Inside look like a trap house. I'm not gonna watch that. That's horrible. Letting her girls listening about. Hmm. Shoot. What's that song? About that damn leak, drip shit. She had the girls singing that. Hmm. If you come out from royalty, why didn't your family live in a good life? The first sister, yeah, the first sister, she looks like she lives in poverty. I'm just being honest. That's what she looks like. So I don't understand why neither one of the sisters ain't helping her. I think that's the reason why she came out. Because remember, before she used to be really shy about being on social media in front of the camera. Now she's coming out more, and now she's trying to, first she was just, then when she did come out, she was selling just her jewelry. Now she's coming out, putting videos out every day. A chihuahua in heat. Blessed said that Papa Smurf was born because his dad cheated on his wife. Papa Smurf had to leave where he was born, Lord. Yeah, Elizabeth, that's what I heard today, just a little while ago, that I guess the down the what do you call it? The link wasn't working, so they didn't get their album. People were complaining about it, asking about it, and she told them to send a message to core management with proof that you bought it. Yeah, that's weird. I mean, that's a little weird. Like here in America, like, man, let me tell you something. If I had called if I called my father my sugar daddy, Lord, that man would have knocked me into next week. Now, does she know what a sugar daddy is? Hmm. Now, that's just weird. No, her producer didn't promote her album. He keeps sending her some every now and then he'll send her 1,000 stars, and then she'll sit there and say something about, I don't know, something about paying. So I don't believe she even paid him. Oh, moist, yeah. Hi, Angela. LA mom lives in a normal neighborhood, not rich. I live 15 minutes from her and go to the same church. Oh, you run into her. Oh, so see, LA Mumu, she ain't even got a problem with shopping at Walmart. I remember one time KO said she was too good to shop at Walmart. But then when Daddy Skeeter came, she started getting Walmart deliveries because the some of the stuff that she was getting had Walmart's brand on it. I forget what Walmart's brand name is, but I started seeing that she started getting Walmart orders. So I guess somebody wasn't too good to shop there anymore. Yes, Angel did do a good song. She's over there begging for stars. What the hell? She is, yeah, exactly. She'll told you nothing is ever enough. Oh yes, great value. Yeah, because I remember when last time he was here, and I'm looking at the bags, and I'm like, there's only one place I know that got gray plastic bags. And then she had bought some tomato juice, and when she showed it, it said great value on it. I was like, oh, we shop at Walmart now. And then everybody's making a big deal out of that billboard. Child, my dog can put get a spot on that billboard as long as she pays for it. Let me see. None of the music billboards or charts put her on there. You know what I'm saying? A record label didn't put her on there. Anybody can put their name, put their picture up there. She had her picture up there before. Remember that idiot Kim? She put her up there. Had people donate. She ain't go nowhere just because she was on the damn billboard. So what? She used to shop at Ross and now she goes. Yeah, she still shops at Ross. The few, if she's forced to go to Ross. You know what I'm saying? And that's only like if she has to buy the girls some shoes. If she can't get sucker somebody else to buy them, then she'll take one. She'll take the girls to Ross and buy them a pair of shoes. Other than that, all her stuff she orders from Temu and Shein. Yeah, she shops at Trader Joe's. Um, she also shops at what is it? She shops at Costco's. That's that delivery she gets to her house that be in the box, the big old boxes. That's from Costco. That's where she gets her water and all that other stuff from. I don't see her shopping at Walmart too much. I think she did that more when her dad was here. Yeah, see, I didn't see that. Like, how was Jay acting yesterday? I didn't see that video. Man, yes, that awful Kim. Hmm. You know, Frida needs to come out and do a song. You know what I said, or a collaboration. You're right. And I sat there and was telling somebody today. I said, okay, Stony had the old nanny, in that video. I'm like, she should have had everybody in that video who KO did wrong. Yes, Costco. Yes, Costco. Instacart does Costco. I like to go to Costco. I shop at Costco myself, but I like to go pick up my own stuff. She had 4 cases of what she sure did. She sure did. Jay was kissing the Kim. Ew! Oh Lord. She was kissing the camera with her tongue out. Oh Lord. Now I'm just gonna be straight up honest. Horiana need her ass whooped. She need her ass whooped for that one. I'm just gonna be honest. She need her ass whooped for that one. Not Jay, her mama. Because Jay only does what her mother teaches her and what her mother wants her to do. Jay knows how to turn it on and turn it off. She knows as soon as comes back on Sunday and she goes back to her mother, she knows she has to act a totally different way. She is not a child. She's a 6-year old child. When she's with her father, she can act like a 6-year old child. She hit it around the corner, huh? Yeah, that's a damn shame. Like for real. Like, wow. And I'm sorry. See, that she could never be my sister. There's no way in hell I would allow my sister to have her to treat her children this way, take care of her children this way. Uh-uh. Nope. I don't care if we family or not. You ain't about to do them like that. Because we going to have a problem. And if you can't take care of them right, then guess what? I'm having them. Oh, she was. Kim, Man, oh, Lord. Oh, I was about to call her out something. That wrinkled, raisin-looking old lady need to go somewhere because she don't know whose side she want to be on. One minute she don't like her, the next minute she likes her, and then her KO's followers go after her. Oh, how dare you do a GoFundMe? KO's the only one that's supposed to have a GoFundMe, and back and forth, and me. Like, my issue with her is personal. It's personal. And I was wishing, hoping that Blessing don't forget, cause a while back she was supposed to do Mama Hippo, and I was looking forward to that one. She's a scammer made them to pay for something they can later watch for free. In a court, they're saying that the link doesn't even work for the album that they bought. As soon as Jay got back under Mama Dear's roof, Jay started acting out. Exactly. Exactly. She's afraid of her and that she knows what makes her mother happy. You know what? I understand her family is ashamed of her and her money might go a long way, but certain things are just a no for me. And especially because her sister is making her own money. Okay? Her sister's making her own money. Her sister's making Nigerian money and she's making U.S. money. Trust me, some of them things that Nancy's getting paid for, she's using a U.S. address. What? Wait a minute. Someone said on her live that YouTube blocked 6 of her songs. Oh my goodness, for real? Oh shit. Wow, I know she tripping. Shoot, she crashing out. She gonna be crashing out now. Oh my goodness, now that's funny. That is funny. It is. Jesus. Oh Lord. I wonder why they did that. I mean, does anybody know? Because I didn't listen. Okay, I didn't listen to all the songs that Don played, before he, fixed, how, because let me tell you something. I'm going to be honest. I can't sing, okay? I'm not even going to act like I can sing. If I try to sing right now, y'all will block me on all platforms, okay? I'm just going to be honest. And you guys are going to, but the thing is that, and I didn't listen to her album. Wow. Um, so I don't know, like, were any of these songs, were they the ones that Don produced? Do you think that's why they were taken down? What? 53 or more? Oh, wow. Yes, they should. It could be if it. Oh, so that's why they took it off copyright. Then that means those are the songs that DT did. Yes, Cheryl, that shit is funny as fuck. Michelle, you I've been on about an hour and 20 minutes. But whatever you missed, you can watch replay. Michelle Govia just said no, all 10 songs are there. Maybe only some of certain people got them. You know how she is. Michelle Govia sends her money every damn day, several times a day. Yeah, I'm sick of Michelle O'Gappy. That's what I call her. She ain't Michelle Govia. Michelle O'Gappy. Look at her damn picture. Looking like a damn old ass woman. So maybe some people, maybe not everybody's getting the maybe maybe not everybody's getting it. Maybe not everybody, I don't know. I'm guessing Taz, I'm not sure. But KO does use samples from other songs. That's very true. Michelle Govia in horror. Yeah. And she bought like 10. Yeah, she bought 10 of them. Um, yeah, I think she's a moderator for, is it YouTube? I think. I think it's YouTube. She's a moderator for, but I'm not 100% sure which one. Yes, Michelle told her some people can't see all of the song. KO go out and come back to the link. Yeah, Clock It is on fire. She's telling those people don't be starting no alarm in here. Well, like I said, she's done this before. She has done it before. You know?
So let's fix the beat. Don begging for stars, you can't reach them. Using your kids, but what do you teach them?
Oh.
How to bend over your greatest achievement.
Ah.
Selling your soul got you passion.
Rocket.
What we talk about? Trying to steal songs, but you talking clout? Can't swallow pride, my name in your mouth. But you can swallow this disc and clean your house. Truth that is your clock.
Okay. I love that song. It's funny as hell because, okay, don't start an alarm over here. Hmm. Those people were used for money. And she going away. I guess it's probably as soon as she dropped them kids off. Or they say here in Florida, as soon as they drop them childrens off. Don't ask me, man. Don't ask me to explain that, but a lot of people here in Florida do not know how to talk. And instead of saying children, they be saying childrens. And I'm like, what the hell is a fucking children? Copyright issue. She stole someone's song again. But like I said, I don't know or any of those. Because, I thought it was funny how, the issue that happened between Don, Stoney, and her. And then next thing you know, she went to Atlanta to go work with the other producer. How did she, well, I know all the songs aren't new because some of them songs are old songs. But how did she write and produce and do all of that quickly? So I wonder if some of those songs are old ones. The ones that Don did. Yes, she did. Stoney did. She did eat her ass up, and I know she mad. See, people act like, oh, she won't respond. She's not gonna respond to you. She don't have to respond. We can see it all up in her face. KO songs make me feel uneasy. Nothing like exactly. And you know what? And look how versatile Stony was. Stony, like this is kind of like a rap. You know what I'm saying? And Stony writes her own music, and that shit just flowed. It's got a good beat to it, something that you can dance to, and you can understand her. Half that shit KO sing, you can't even understand it. Didn't Don tell us it's going to be a big surprise with this album? Yeah, cause at the end of Stoney's song, she sat there and said wait till the album comes out. So I'm just like, oh shit. Wonder what they mean by that. Yeah, Stony is on fire. She responded because she said she had to use water. Oh, did she? Okay. Well, yeah, she used it. Michelle bought 10 of them. Stupid Nancy bought 100. And I think somebody else bought 100. She's dancing to her music, but her YouTube microphone is blocking out background noise, including the music. Look like she's dancing to herself talking. Don said cease and desist letters were sent. Yeah, everybody but her, I think. But like he said tonight, he said they're not going to listen. They're going to keep talking. The girls get no attention. Exactly. Her clothes are dirty, and that's why she's wearing. Oh my gosh, she's wearing Baby J shorts. Lord have mercy. That child can't even have her own shorts to herself. Yeah, she probably did by 100. Oh, I don't think Don is done by by a long shot. Yeah, she did say that Nancy bought 100. It's all bad. She just abruptly gotten off. Oh, she mad. When she gets mad, that she'll just end the live just like that. Either she gets mad or upset about something. Either she don't like the comments, or she's not getting enough. They're not giving her enough money. Yeah, she's the real artist. KO needs to pull her album, work on her vocal for at least 2 years. They said they tried to tell her to get some voice lessons. She didn't want to. Exactly. She messed up with messing with Don. And she should have knew from being around him. What did they used to call him? The troll slayer? Oh, she liked how he was getting on everybody, cussing them out and all that stuff. So she know how he was. But you know what? She thought she thought it was going to be like everyone else. Everyone else that she did wrong, they just walked away. Who knows? She could have bought some of those albums for herself. I don't know. The followers are telling her to be quiet because she's blocking out the background music, and she. See, they didn't want to hear her mouth. Hey, wait a minute. They wanted to hear some of the damn album that they paid for and couldn't get. And now they can just go over. Well, I guess they can't go to YouTube anymore either. But you know what? I thought about that too. I thought there were two reasons that she was selling it on her own site. One, because she wanted all the money for herself. Two, because she wanted to just like this copyright stuff. She didn't have many views. She looked right in the camera and said, all right, guys. I'm surprised. She even told him she has to go. Sometimes, she'll just end that live, just boom, I'm gone. Did she end the live? People were probably complaining, listening to horrible. You got that right. Exactly. Because she does that all the time. If she's not getting enough money or they're not giving her, enough stars, she will, she'll get off just like that. And she'll sit here and say, "Oh, I'll never leave you guys. I'm not here for the money." Yes, she is, because she'll tell you guys, if you don't send me stars, I'm ending the live. She's not there because she loves you guys as she says she does. She's there for money and for money only. And for money only. That is the only thing she's there for. Oh my God. Jesus. That's the only reason why she's there. Nothing else. Money and money only. If you guys are not sending her money, she don't want to be bothered with you. Period. Oh, she's back on? Oh, maybe she's trying to give him a second chance. I don't know what the heck going on with that crazy girl. There's something wrong with that girl. Seriously wrong with her. She was singing so badly on her live they wanted to hear the album. She's damn sure loved her wallets. Today made all that money off this fake ass album instead of coming back for stars. Let me tell you something. What is somebody, I seen somebody say this about her today. What did they call her? Okay, you talking about how, they say that she's supposed to be the bigger artist. No, she's the begging artist. You know what I'm saying? The begging star queen. She like, they keep saying, "Oh, our queen." Please. All she do is beg for goddamn stars over and over and over and over again. It's ridiculous. I ain't never in my life seen somebody beg so damn much as she do. It's ridiculous. Raising the girls to think that everything's supposed to just be handed to them. The money just given to them. She already said she's out of here, but I don't know where she's going. I just heard she's going to an island. Like yesterday, when they Don Stoney and JD were live, somebody had the nerve to sit there and say, you're something about Stoney not coming to St. Lucia. Stoney can go wherever the fuck she want to. You own St. Lucia? Who are you to say who can come to St. Lucia and who can't? It's crazy. I don't know why them goats always think they can tell people what to do. You know how many goats I banned off my Facebook page today? Coming over there running their damn mouth, telling me what I can and can't say. That come on, KO will finish me. KO ain't gonna do a goddamn thing to me. Not a damn thing to me. Who is she? She ain't nobody to me. And she can't do nothing. Because I'm going to say what I want to say. And when I want to say it and how I want to say it. And she might have reposted it. I don't know. I haven't watched it. I'm on here, so I didn't see her live. Coming on my page talking all that damn nonsense. Talking about I will bow down to KO. I wish the fuck I would. Ain't no way in hell they'll ever see me bow down to KO. Yeah, probably a box of Frosted Flakes that's probably full of ants now. Let me tell you something. If them ants got into that closed jar of honey, you know damn well they got into that box of Frosted Flakes. And we was shocked when she bought them. Because that girl don't buy cereal like that. Everything in that house, and now that the weather's warming up again, that kitchen's really gonna be full of ants. She got a little break during the winter time, but you notice as the weather's been warming up again, they're coming. More of them are coming back. Cause I ain't never seen no ants get in no closed jar. Now they bad when they get in a closed jar. So I know they in that bag of cereal or that box of cereal. Cause the girl don't know how to store nothing correctly. Look at her freeze. Look at her the freezer graveyard. Remember when a celebrity refused to appear with her at one of the carnivals? Yup. She sure did. I remember that. I totally remember that. And then one of them showed last year. I forget the girl's name that came on after KO. Hmm. KO didn't like that. KO actually brought her ass out there to try to get some of that attention and love, because that day was loving that girl. I don't know what her name was. And some of those ones, if I think the one that she's going to next, um, you have to pay for that. All those carnivals, she don't be getting paid. She be trying to say, oh, they paid for my room, they paid for this. Girl, please. Most of them you have to pay. Exactly. She bought that, I forget, she bought that a couple weeks ago. And I was shocked to see that she had bought regular cereal because she never buys them regular cereal. Because she doesn't. She doesn't even buy the ones like say regular Cheerios that have no sugar in it. All she makes them is that I don't know what's it oat. I don't even think it's oatmeal porridge or whatever it is or Gary. She always buys. Yeah, the costumes. Them costumes are not cheap. When back in New York, I used to go to their carnivals. One of my good friends, she's from the Virgin Islands. She used to be in the carnivals. I've actually been out there when she went back home. And those costumes were beautiful and they were not cheap. But them goats will buy that stuff for her. You remember when she was in New York? She really thought they was gonna buy that belly dancing costume. It was a nice costume, I will say that. Whoever made it did a beautiful job on it. But she thought them goats were gonna buy that costume. She eats herself after the. Exactly. That girl. Let me tell you something. I ain't never seen nobody with an appetite like her. And she has to eat everything first. Girls don't never get to take a bite out of food first. She always has to eat it first. Y'all, can I have an orange? She peels the orange. She has to take a bite out of it. I want an apple. She has to take a bite out of the apple. But she has those overripe plantains and a big bag of onions, and you got that right. She sure does. She sure does. And I think she has potatoes in there too. She has food stored all over the place. I don't know why. Like, why she put them in that closet anyways? Most of the time, she can't even see the stuff. Yeah, she's a binge eater. That's why I always sit here and say you could tell she grew up in poverty because she has a thing about food. But she doesn't realize like she's not living like she was raised. You know what I'm saying? She can afford food. She's not gonna go without food. And she's stingy as hell. And my Lord trying to make pancake. Girl, I don't know. I seen that video. I was like, what the hell is she making? I was in there burning that stuff up. I was like, oh my God. And do you know she kept those and fed them to the girls when they came back? I was like, no, you didn't. Yes, it because her garbage disposal is broken too. And so now those ants, and it's coming from her because she's not on the ground floor. Sometimes like you're on the ground floor, like, okay, I live in Florida. You know, see the weather is getting hot here. It usually skips over spring here. We really don't get spring. You know what I'm saying? From like March, usually March, it's already in the 80s. It's starting to creep towards the 90s here. And it will stay hot until Christmas time. We be burning up here. And all around my house is already treated. You know what I'm saying? Because ants and things like that. No, most people treat their houses, ahead of time so we don't get things like that. But we also don't, well, decent people and clean people, we don't throw overripe plantains and things like that and put them in a regular closet. You got that right, because I wouldn't have fed them pancakes to my dogs. My dog, I mean. I think she does too, Angela. Yeah, she put garlic and ginger and she made muffins and pancakes. She sure did. Hmm. For real, that girl can't cook. And she overseasoned every damn thing. No wonder the girls want noodles all the damn time. It's probably the only safe thing they feel comfortable eating. Jay don't learn to eat it or starve. A's like, I don't want that. She get mad when A like, ew. She do not like when that little girl tell her ew. Her feelings be hurt. Jay like, I don't want that shit. She sure don't. That mess is hilarious. But I'm gonna have to do me some investigation now. I gotta see what's going on with these songs. Then what didn't turn out in the fry pan and put it back in the mixture? She has no clue. Finally, oh, that's right. Somebody did say flour, which is flour, no help. Someone suggested eggs. Man, I don't know. Man, I don't know what the hell that girl was doing with that mess. She said eggs. How many? One. That girl is clueless. Oh my goodness. And you see why she got a letter from the from the health department about going out there feeding the homeless. She was doing, you got that right. She was damn sure was doing a science project. You know what I'm saying? See, she's so like, why, like, I don't understand, like, why are you going to go buy that much stuff? Like, especially, like, your kids they're only there every 2 weeks. So how many damn plantains did you need to buy? You like sometimes the girls will leave and she's going out of town and she'll go to the farmer's market and buy a whole bunch of fruits and vegetables. No, this shit ain't gonna be good when you get back. Oh, somebody on my page has got an alert. Somebody wrote that Stony was talentless. Okay. She gonna go. Have to block her. What is going on with these crazy people? Mm. I just about for real. That girl is crazy. Everything she cooks, you got that right. Everything she cooks is a science experiment. For real, you got you right about that. No, 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 my God. Didn't mean to put that. I was trying to sit here and block whoever. I'll go back to my page later. You got that right. Everything she cooks is a science experiment. No, like I said, no wonder them kids just love to eat noodles all the time. Because everything else is disgusting. I just be laughing at her when she be in there cooking. And she swears she be in there throwing down now. Shoot, I'm still tripping from when she bought apple juice. She'll never buy no damn juice for them kids. She make them drink water all the time. Water and maybe one cup, small cup of powdered milk. And milk does not cost a lot at Costco. You got that right, Elizabeth. Yeah, she can't find things in her own kitchen because she has no organization in there. She just throws everything everywhere. When she was eating that, her eyes were rolling in the back of her. Oh, while she is against the wall, sliding down like she was hit. You got that? You know what? Anything she eats, she acts like it's just the most best thing in the world. Like, oh my goodness. She can drink, I mean, it could just be she could eat a regular cookie, open up a bag of chips and eat a bag of chips. Eat that one chip and it's like the best thing ever. Exactly. I kept telling that to people about that apple juice when she opened it up and she did not put it in the refrigerator. Once you break that seal, the apple juice is supposed to be refrigerated because it will ferment. It will go bad. It's just like when she drinks that damn water. Oh my goodness. That girl ain't got no gag reflex at all. Lord have mercy. I watched that girl guzzle that whole freaking liter of water and she didn't even take a breath. I was like, oh my goodness. Yeah, they get whole milk at their father's house. Ah! Cheryl. She said, keep the stars coming to her satisfaction. Oh, okay. See, she be ordering them. See, and this is like that is against Facebook's community guidelines. You're not supposed to beg for stars, but they allow her to do it. That you report that under spam is from what I googled. She's not supposed to be begging and demanding stars. Yes, you can sit here and say, you can support me by sending stars. Yes, you can say that. But you cannot be on here begging and demanding. She demands them to send her stars. And now she's going to come and say, keep sending the stars. Okay, she said, keep the stars coming to my satisfaction. Well, if that's the case, y'all might as well just, empty your bank accounts. Because that's her satisfaction. And she was upset she only got like 300, cut that live off, pissed. I bet you she did. They haven't had powdered milk all week. That's crazy. I'm surprised. Well, she told them that drinking more than one cup of milk every day is isn't good for them. They need more milk because you're not feeding them a well balanced meal every day. And those kids are still growing. They need milk for their bones, their teeth. People can't see songs on YouTube. She said, go out and come back in. And I swear, this shit is like this shit is comical. No, she's never satisfied. She will never be satisfied. Nothing they give her will ever be enough. All that money she just made, or I'm gonna say scam them people all out of, because I think, well, some people, she say Michelle Govia is saying that her link is working. Is her link really working, or is she just sticking up for KO? Did she really get her album? Okay, Cheryl. You know what I'm saying? And it's just crazy. And if any of them songs on her album were from Don that he produced, I hope he did copyright her. Because you know what? She would have did the same thing to him. So I hope some of them songs were his. And you know what? And if she did use them, she dead as wrong for not telling that other producer who put his name on that shit. Because they say he's a well-known producer. So if she used any of that music from Don and she didn't tell that other producer, he gonna get in her ass. Right? That is what Michelle is saying, and 6 of the songs are blocked. Hmm. Yeah, she has no gag reflex. Okay. She didn't get off so she can figure out the next lie. She's going to tell the reason why they didn't get their album. Huh. Yeah, some lie. And then anybody who asks for their money back, she's going to tell them, like she did last time, if you ask for your money back, you will, because you can report her for that too, because people were reporting that they didn't get to do their thing. And, that was making her look bad. And she told anybody who asked for their money back, they were going to be blocked. Don said it's going to be a big surprise. See, I don't know what those songs were that he, produced, and I couldn't, man, I had a headache already. So listening to them songs, before he fixed her voice and stuff, it was just too much for me yesterday. I couldn't listen to all of them. Yeah, everything's always Justin's fault, and then, of course, they'll blame Don also. They'll say, those are chorus songs. Those are chorus songs. Those weren't your songs. Y'all wasn't there. Y'all had nothing to do with the agreement. She didn't, she got mad, told him to keep the songs. Like he said, he has the masters. All Cora probably had was things recorded on her phone, but he has the masters. They belong to him. And she knows they do. And she didn't, like I said, if she did use them, she think that he wasn't going to check. Had the neighbor that was banging on, I don't think he left. I don't think he's left. I don't know. You know what? Let me look. I don't know if her songs got taken off of YouTube. Let me see. Where's YouTube? Let me see here. Let's see. Music. Wouldn't it be releases all of the album. Let's see. Well, I see. Let me see. It's kind of like I'm not sure. I, ugh, I don't even want to listen to this girl's shit right now. I don't know. I didn't listen to any of them songs. Like, for real. I see the songs on YouTube. Not sure why they're saying they were gone. I don't know. Cause I can't listen to her voice either. That child can no, she can't sing. Fair exchange. Ain't no robbery. She stole Stony shit and posted it. She sure did. She sure did. And had the nerve to copyright it. And didn't even put Don's name on there. What do you mean, and again, poof, she's gone? Talking about her songs? Like I said, I don't know if any of those are songs that Don did. You know what's funny is Baby A was pushing buttons on KO computer the other day, and guess what I heard on there was supposedly neighbor yelling voice, which means she faked that whole neighborhood. That's what I heard. I mean, I heard that was what, something that was going around on TikTok or something like that. She has left the building. That's what I heard. I heard that that something was going around on TikTok about all that. Cause see, that didn't sound like the man was just downstairs. You know what I'm saying? That sounded like that whoever that was right out. It was too close to her. That was not from. You did not hear that man screaming from downstairs like that. For real. A feral cat. For you got that right. Lord knows that girl can. No, she cannot sing. People be cracking up. People be cracking me up. They be getting on her live talking about, are you a transvestite? I be dying. She be like, no. Like, especially when she on TikTok too. I be cracking up. She gets so offended. Are you a man? Do I look like a man? Yeah, you do. You look like a man. That's why he asked you. Were you a man? Because you look like one. Instead of apple juice, she drinks coochie juice. Yeah, that was a fake lie. I mean, that man will knock on the ceiling, okay? I know he does do that, but that man ain't never flipped out like that. Can you imagine being so calculated and mentally ill to come up with these situations? The neighbor, exactly. But every time, like this, like okay, whatever you want to call this album, that's why she came back out again. She wanted to make sure that she sold over 1,000 copies of this album. So now she had to bring out the London attack again. She always has to have some type of sympathy tactic. Something has to happen. It's like clockwork. Even when she comes out with one of her stupid singles, she has to come out with some type of sympathy thing for people, to try to push people, to stream it or whatever. It's crazy. Cheryl off to the naughty corner. Nah, you can't send my sis to the naughty corner. which is put her in timeout. But she does that all the time because, like, now all of a sudden you want to bring up the London attack out of all, just out of the blue again. London attack, London attack. Does anyone know where the neighbor banging on his roof is? He still? Yeah, I believe he's still there because the other day, I think it was A was jumping around in her bedroom and she told her to stop doing it for before the neighbor started banging. So I believe he's still there. Yeah, exactly. Her crazy thought process. Um, you know what I'm saying? It's just like, okay, brought up the London attack. There was something else and then she'll bring up, I was abused, and just she's always got some type of story. She always comes up with some type of story. She always has to get some type of sympathy thing. Anytime something comes up, she's trying to sell something. Stages and hires so many people to make it look like she's treated badly, looking for sympathy and more monetary gifts. Exactly. You heard what Stoney said. She was like, she didn't know her. She actually believed what she said. Like, while people had tried to do this to her, even though they never said, Don and Stoney never said anything bad about Justin. But yeah, they probably believed what she said. Oh, my ex did this and my ex did that. You know? And you know what I'm saying? They probably believed her about the London attack. They, I seen Stoney said, she was like, I should have did my research, you know? But sometimes people have to find out for themselves. You know what I'm saying? Like, they should have did their research, especially after so many people, kept telling them. Yeah, you can like not believe them, but do your research. And now they found out. You know what? So maybe it was a good thing that she did take Stoney's song so early into the relationship. Because I was actually surprised that she did it so quickly. You know what I'm saying? I thought she would have drug it on. And especially like, I know she's probably kicking herself in the ass now. Because right after that was Grammy week, and Don and Stoney were going to all these celebrity events. It's been 2 years this month since London. About time. Sure, you got that right. Yeah. Some people, they just know how to spin that story, spin the narrative, to get people to believe you. And yeah, she keeps rehashing her lies. Yes, she does. It was his surprise, but knowing Don, he ain't done. I don't believe Don's done. I do not believe Don is done by a long shot. This is just a beginning. Yeah, she's a pathological liar. And that's why she keeps switching up her lies. Because she tells so many lies, she can't keep them straight. If they were using their brains and listened to what she says, it would know Justin doesn't know her London lovers, but goats are goats. Yeah, but you sitting out here and you keep saying that, he did it. He did it. He did it. My ex hired somebody to unalive me. Okay, well, if you believe that, did you tell the London police? Did you tell them? Did you tell them that it was your ex? Did they investigate Justin? Because I'm quite sure if you gave them his name, I'm quite sure they spoke to him. Has Justin been to London? Because when you were down there, he was at home watching with the kids. And Justin, up until recently, Justin allowed you to do and say whatever the hell you wanted to do, even though you were always dead ass wrong. Justin has not just now recently started standing up to you. Don Surprise didn't space. She says it's for the benefit of new followers. Yeah, okay. Don is super pissed and believe he will try and make a difference. Yeah, he's pissed. That Don sat here and, okay, they had their agreement. Their agreement was Don will do, to produce her stuff for free. She was to help Stony with her social media, which I think was a very good deal considering how much money it costs for studio time, even in someone's house. She can't, they try to discredit Don for having a studio in his home, but didn't Cora's producer in Atlanta, isn't his studio in the basement? What's the difference? And so that was a very good that was a very good trade-off. But you could see that Creole was jealous of Stony from the beginning. Stony's younger, she's prettier, she's got edges. And she didn't like that Don and Stony are close. And I think she tried to come in between that. She figured that, if that's, yeah, do I believe she wanted to sleep with Don? Absolutely. She probably wanted, they say she wanted to sleep with both of them. But yeah, she thought, because some men think with their little head instead of their big head. They said she got a new man. KO ain't got no man. Don't nobody want her. Shoot, she tried to sit here and say a couple of weeks ago that I'm in love. I'm in love, girl. You in love with your damn self because don't nobody want you. So I don't believe she got no man. Horace spent thousands for exactly. She's got all that. Matter of fact, you Don going over there hooking up her little studio. That wasn't part of the agreement. He did that for free. He went in there and did the water filter. Now she don't want to use it anymore. Now she wants to buy bottled water again. And or putting bikes and scooters. Like, girl, you got a goddamn a whole damn parking lot full of bikes and scooters in your living room. They don't need 3 scooters each. She thought she could drive a wedge between Don and Stony. She sure did. Yeah, I seen. Yeah, she draws them damn. Yep, she sure does. She draws her eyebrows on, and she draws them damn edges on. Cause I know she sure was doing that when she was in New York. I was like, no, this bitch did not just pull out. Looks like a magic marker, drawing on some damn edges, and then had the nerve to put some gel over it. I was like, now that's a first. She told them she would do them both. Huh, I bet you she would. But she really she was, but you know what? She really wanted to draw a wedge in between them two. That's why, and then that's why she was like trying to play them against each other too. That's why when she went to Stony about trying to get a bigger cut, a percentage or whatever you want to call it, in that Handle Me song. Not knowing that Don and Stony had already discussed it. And then they said one time Don was actually even listening. And she thought that if she could pull, I guess, what I'm saying, P-Wit, Don, that, what I'm saying, he would, she wasn't satisfied with the fact that Don and Stony put Stoney's album back. They pushed her album back to work on chorus. Okay, Stoney was already working on her album, and they pushed her album back. She runs a bicycle shop along with, you got that right, with a shopping cart business. Yeah, they're her match. They sure are. And they've also given Justin courage to stand up to them too. And they real mad that Justin is speaking. They can't stand that he is speaking. People are telling her they can't download the music they paid for, and she just ignored them. Only acknowledged the star senders. On top of that, it downloads for free after they paid. Well, it didn't download, I guess, what, maybe midnight, I guess? Because a lot of those people started buying that album earlier in the week. But you know what? That's not the first time that I think it was like a concert. Yeah, it was on Zoom. That's what it was. She was doing it on Zoom, and Zoom crashed. And a lot of people didn't get to see her so-called concert. Everybody was complaining because I don't even know how much it was. And they complained or whatever, and they wanted their money back. So she said she was going to do another one for the people who couldn't get in. And then I don't even think some of them people could get in. And people wanted their money back. And she told them, if you ask for your money back, I'm going to block you. I'm like, well, damn. How many days did she stay at Don's place? And I bet she wasn't invited. She didn't even get a change of clothes. She sure didn't. She didn't have no clothes. She spent a lot of nights there, especially when the girls were with their father. She did. She spent a lot of nights there. Yes, she did try to play one against the other. Uh-huh. But Don and Stoney, I don't know how long they've been working together, but I hear they've been working together for a long time. And people like her. Like, you seen that video, that little reels that Stoney put up with her. What's that girl's name? She used to play on Martin. Is it Tashana? Shoot, she called herself, Auntie Tashana to Stoney. Not only can that girl sing, but she's an actress. She was on Martin that whole season, all them seasons. Girl, I'm about sick of them nasty black shorts. I bet them black shorts is sick of her ass. One of these days, she ain't gonna be able to find them because they gonna jump out they're gonna jump over one of them balconies. It was $100 in person. Okay, no, because no, this one here. Oh, you know what? Was it in person too? Yeah, but people did $50 for Zoom. Lord have mercy. To hear that crying. Yeah, and people were asking for their damn money back. Yeah, she played Pam on Martin. Well, she called herself Auntie to Stoney. Go look on Stoney's page. There's a little reels of her at that girl's house, and she calling herself, Auntie Tashana to Stoney. I mean, she's been to a few things with Tashana. I think she even sang at her birthday thing. I think it was her birthday thing or something for Christmas. She had Stoney sing. Jay sent those girls back with nice matching dresses. Nope, he won't see him again. I'm quite sure he knew. You know, people always want to talk about, look how he sends them back. Well, look how she sends them back. Now, usually she'll braid A's hair after she gets her back. She didn't even braid her hair that I know of when she should be braiding Jay's hair. Since she's the one that goes to school. She is good friend with Papa Stoney. She also played on The Neighborhood. Okay. I just noted on Stoney's this video, Stoney and Tamiko was wearing the black. Oh, you know what? I didn't care. Lord, you know what I'm saying? You're right. Just never, click with me. And stuff like that. And man, let me tell you something. I bet you she ain't bathed them girls. She ain't did nothing. All she's just been worried the whole week. That's all she's been worried about is that album, that album, that album, that album. I didn't catch it at first either. I didn't catch it until you just said something about it, Deanna. But I love that song. That actually it's a catchy tune. And she can act like she ain't mad, but I know she mad as hell about that. Shit, I'm surprised she didn't beat her drums today. And she put it out on her release day. She must not have tried to give A no damn ice cream. That she has to bribe her with everything. Everything. I'll give you ice cream. I give you ice cream. I give you chocolate. So what you gonna do when A starts school in September? August or September. I'm not sure what month their school starts. But what's she gonna do? Send A to school with her hair braided and J not? Yeah, Justin's the hype man. Well, I hope they was gonna make Justin dance. I don't know. I don't know if Justin got any rhythm. Because Lord knows, J and A ain't got not a bit of rhythm. But you know what? And I'm in a way I'm glad they don't, because she'll have them over there trying to twerk and wind they waist. Yeah, she's pretending to be unbothered, but you can look in her face. They was trying to say last night that when they was out to dinner that Stony, look, she's losing sleep. Look at them. Look at those bags under her eyes. Look at KO's bags. You can look at her face and tell she's real bothered. Oh, you know what? That's a good question. Yes, Jay. First of all, Jay has no rhythm. Okay, wait a minute. Wait a minute. Okay. Wait a minute. Can somebody tell me, do Nigerians call a bathtub a bucket? I don't know. And that's a good question, Jan, because she gets up in the morning. She always says she's running late, but she has to get on live video and then be rushing. Now she's going to have two kids to get ready. Yes, she is a gorgeous, she's a beautiful girl. Exactly. I'm glad too. Those girls have no rhythm. They don't. Yeah, you're right about that. They get that from you know, some people say, "Oh, they get that from their mama." No, they get that from their daddy. But KO, shit, all she can do is shake her ass. But I don't know. That's a good question. I don't know if they call a bathtub a bucket. But that's a good question. How is she gonna get all both of them girls ready? She gonna really be stressed in the morning. You know what I'm saying? She don't have to go. She doesn't have to go live in the morning, showing like there's some things like every aspect of these kids' life does not have to be shown on social media. Them getting their hair done, them getting ready. Why do they have to sing? I'm glad she changed the song. Um, what is it saying, from the hottest crew? Because she used to say from the hottest babes. No, your daughters aren't babes. You're not even a babe. Wait a minute. How did baby A cut her toe? Baby A cut her toe on the bathtub. What? That's a good question. I don't think they can cut their toe on a bathtub. She also tried to. She sure did. And then that boy just got out of jail. No, they don't have. They can't even eat in private. And I'm like really disturbed with somebody. I forget who said it, that Jay was kissing the camera in the restaurant yesterday with her tongue out. Where the hell that little girl learned that at? See, there's some behaviors that kids, they no. How does she know that? How does she know about that? Lord, I wonder if Justin know about that. Because that's really disgusting. Like a yeah. I said it was done on the bucket from the bath that Jay gave her. A said it was done on the bucket from the bath that Jay gave her. That doesn't make any sense. I don't think I don't believe Justin would give her. They probably came from the water park. Hor kept calling it a bucket. They really bathing in a bucket. Hor lives in America long enough to call it a tub. True. Why would they allow them to bathe or shower alone? That's a good question. That is a good question because I've watched a live video where she was sitting in her bedroom on live video and she told Jay to go in there and run them a bath. She didn't check to see was it being ran too hot or whatever. She didn't help A get in that tub. A was only like 2 years old at that time. And that had that little girl get in there. June had to help her. I'm just like, Lord, she don't know how much water's in there or anything. June gave her a bucket bath, sounds like it. Who knows? She doesn't want the girls to eat her food or use much water. No, she doesn't. No, she doesn't. She was trying to put a band aid on A's toe, but band aid didn't stick. I'm surprised she even had a band aid, to be honest. But she's always put, well, when they take a bath. You know what I'm saying? Like, them girls, whatever whatever them girls had on all day, they still have on. Then she tells them to go to bed. And we've seen them plenty of times wake up in the morning with the same damn clothes on. So she don't bathe them. She half washes their hair, have them bend over the bathtub. She don't really wash that hair like that. Comb it out, moisturize it. It's crazy, and it seems like how her childhood was. It's like she's trying to project that same childhood on her own children. Now she claims she's been in therapy. I don't believe that. But you're in therapy, but yet you haven't come to terms with any of the trauma or the things that you've dealt with when you were growing up. But you're okay with your children doing it. You're okay with sexually exploiting your own children. It's crazy. Good night, Elizabeth. She's got plenty of bandages because them girls always getting hurt. Got that right. They are. They're always getting hurt. She's always like she showed all the marks on A. What she need to do, she need to get A helmet. Because that child always hitting her head. And that's not a good thing. She need to take that concussion class online and see that any little hit to the head can cause a concussion. Because even for playing soccer, I have to take that concussion class every year. And they don't even be falling and hitting their head, kicking a soccer ball around. I don't think she'd go to therapy either. But I know who needs to be in therapy, and that's Jay. That child need to be in therapy. You got that right. Now I want to see if her edges are gonna grow. She claims that, oh well, that dermatologist claims that she's gonna grow her edges. We gonna see how that one work out. And that therapist, she need to be very careful, cause she gonna fuck around and find out. Now she don't grow no edges. In 30 days, she better have full edges, or the Koreans gonna come after her. She puts a dab of conditioner on her hand thinking that's going to moisturize her hair. She's skimpy with every goddamn thing. Yeah, I agree that child is going in the wrong direction. Good morning. You know what I'm saying? It's just crazy. They need to figure out, I don't know. I don't know. I wish Justin would do something, but I don't even know what to say about that one, but I'm going to leave that one alone. Right now, I'm just glad that Don and Stony are giving it to her. You know, and y'all mad because y'all was all up in that man's comments. Y'all was loving everything that man was saying when he was defending KO now. Y'all was loving it. Everything. Just praising him. Giving him stars. Sharing his videos. Now that he's coming after, now that he's going back at KO, giving her what she deserves, now you got a problem. KO needs, I don't even know if Miracle Grow will work. I just saw where A was crying her eyes out because she got some hair products in her eyes. And rather than stopping the live stream and washing her face out so she continues, she think ice cream fix everything. Not to mention, like pretty much every bottle says, avoid getting in your eyes. She don't stop anything she's doing. She don't care if them. I'm surprised she didn't pick her up and say, sorry, 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 sorry. She gave her cream for her black knees, her in elbows, but okay, they sure do. When she thinks about it, then she slathers it on. Huh. You sound a little bit stuffy. No, I think it's just allergies. It's that time of year. But I'm surprised that that's what she didn't do. Anytime that girl cry, but this week it's been all about that. Begging people to buy that album. That's all this week has been about. She has cared about nothing else but selling that album. I'm surprised that she's not been reported to the police yet for indecent. I'm surprised too. And pretty soon, them parents, you remember that man that approached her that day? Pretty soon, they're gonna get sick of her. That's so West Pad. She don't pay no attention to those kids. One day I was watching her at the park, and next thing you know, she wasn't paying attention to them kids. Half the time, she don't know where they at. And then she finally finds Jay. Jay over there talking to a grown ass man. Now, how you know what I'm saying? It only take a minute or two for somebody to snatch a child up. How you know? You got them pedos that go to parks. They could be They could have watched and seen that she don't pay no attention to her kids. They're like, oh, she don't watch her kids. She be on her phone all the time. Jay is so she is so she wants attention so bad that yeah, Jay will walk off with somebody. I hate to say that. Oh, see, yeah, she ain't did no homework all week because she don't care. Yeah, she feeds them noodles and old ass soup. And it's crazy. And that soup, yeah, that soup come out it come out her freezer, the cemetery freezer. Food that's been in there since she bought the damn freezer. All that stuff in there need to be thrown out because none of it is stored properly. Nothing is in airtight, container. You got stuff stored in Shein bags, styrofoam containers. You don't put a styrofoam container of food in there. Like, look how long she was feeding them baby A's birthday cake. She probably still got some more of that left in that refrigerator. It's crazy. Scary on news, a young girl taken by delivery driver. Oh, wow. That's so sad. You hear that all the time. Virginia, North Carolina, Florida, all pretty much every state. I've been hearing there's kids missing. Some of them very young. No, she don't watch them. Yeah, all that food is freezer burn. You got that right. Huh. Shoot. I always make sure I keep an eye on any child. No, what you mean? Oh, you going outside? Oh, let me go outside with you. I don't play that. People, we live in a scary world today. Things are not like when we were growing up. And she needs to stop thinking that, okay, yeah, you don't live in Nigeria anymore, but watch the news. And you can sit here, and if you don't watch the news, then look at the news on your phone since you got your face in 5 phones all day. And you'll see that the U.S. is not that safe. Stop thinking about what you used to watch on the movies. A lot of people from different countries, they watch American movies and they think everybody's life is like what they see in the movies. No, it's not like that over here. You had cake today, you think? Oh, A had cake today. Wouldn't surprise me. It's crazy. It's just crazy. I mean, you know what I'm saying? And hey, y'all think? You know what? Y'all think? Y'all think? Horiana gonna try to come out with a diss track? That's gonna be hilarious. Ew. Oh my God, really? She gave her the rest of that cake and told her not to eat the icing. Well, the icing part, that cake had to be hard as hell. Yeah, she's an American werewolf. Kids would definitely not be safe in another country. She doesn't watch them here. They're not safe here either. They're not safe here either. You know what I'm saying? I mean, shoot, I think the last time I came live, one of them lives I got, there was a Amber Alert came over my phone while I was on the live. There's always some kid out here missing. In the past, I want to say in the past month, two autistic children. You know, a lot of autistic children are drawn to water, and we have a lot of retention ponds here. You know, those little fake little ponds and lakes they build in these neighborhoods now. They're all over Florida, and both of them, they found both of them drowned in a playground, at a store, or near a street. Huh? You got that right. You have to watch your kids today. Do you know she's waiting for Papa Smurf to come back over to have some of that cake, huh? You know, I don't even know if Missy gonna want him to come back over here, to be honest. He gonna put on all that weight again. I'm gonna tell you something. That man lost too much weight too quick. Makes him look like he's sick. Your discoloring book. Yeah, I'm waiting for to see if she's gonna come out. When she come out with her new pamphlet, cause I'm gonna buy it. Sure. Matter of fact, nope. I can get it for free on my Kindle, cause I get so many books for free on my Kindle every month, and we gonna do story time. You had one missing here. Yeah, exactly. North Carolina, they got like two or three of them missing there. Virginia. There's been quite a few. I want to say in the past month, there's been a lot of kids missing. Most of them, are like I want to say the oldest is 17. There's some been 12, 13. I think there's a 7-year old. It's really sad. Your ex is a homicide detective from Texas. One of the cases where the mother was in a clothes store, turned her back for a minute, and a young. Exactly. Doesn't take. It only takes a minute. She bought a big box of mini almond coated ice cream on a stick. She took the one of the box and just threw. Yeah, she did. I saw her when she did that. But she guess because she couldn't fit nothing else in that freezer. That freezer graveyard is full. I seen her give I don't think A really cares for that kind. I don't know what kind she bought that time. Like what's under the chocolate. I think she said it was coconut or something. But so I don't think A really cares for that one. But I have seen him eat a few of. I mean, I've seen A have one or two. Usually she gives it to her during the daytime when Jay's at work. I mean, at school. To bribe her into getting her hair done or whatever. A was hungry yesterday and opened the freezer on her own and got ice cream. Oh, okay. And I bet you she does that regularly. Because that girl sleeps during the daytime. Hi, what is it? Honolita? Honolito? No, she's stupid as hell. They just recovered a couple of weeks ago about 40 kids. Yes, freezer graveyard. That's exactly what it is. Shoot, you notice her sister didn't even go in that freezer when she was there. The only thing she put in there was that chicken that she bought from Costco. Them chicken drumsticks. And she couldn't do nothing but put them on top. But that's exactly what that is a freezer graveyard. A had KO chew off the hard chocolate coating on her ice cream. See, she don't like that. I guess that's not the kind she likes. She gives them all the A when Jay's in school, yup, to keep her quiet so she can do her lives. And them kids, and she's sleeping during the daytime and A running her all around doing Lord knows whatever. If she's hungry, she's gonna try to go. She's gonna try to go get her other stuff. Her mother has her thinking that she can use knives. Cause, and remember that little child knife? Didn't Jay cut herself with that knife the first day she got it? Now who's to say that A don't think just pick up any knife and try to use it? She gives him, yeah, she does. You know what I'm saying? So she needs to, she shouldn't be sleeping and stop being cheap and put that child, put her in daycare. When JD stopped paying for his half, you still kept Jay in there. And A can go all summer because daycare turns into summer camp. Jay went during the summer because right now she like what's she gonna do cause matter of fact, cause when A starts school in September, she's only going for half a day. She's only going for half a day. Cause preschool is only half a day. It's not all day. Now she goes to preschool and daycare, then yeah, she can do both. You know, it'll start off at daycare, then it'll move to preschool, and then after preschool it goes back to daycare. Yeah, all them freezer burn containers and what you call it, in styrofoam containers. Exactly. Oh my goodness, the stove, yes. Cause one day she was asleep, and that's when Jay was upstairs eating dried powdered milk. That child was so hungry. It's crazy. And just she'll get up and get on live. Yeah, I didn't get up till 12 noon. Girl, we know them girls didn't stay asleep till 12 noon. Who knows what those girls can get into while she sleeps? She woke up to a mess and baby egg had a big lump. Exactly. It's completely messing with her head right now, not only with just around the old nanny, but he seems to be interacting with Stony a lot. That jealousy is just eating her up. Yeah, she used to be in daycare till 6. That's when daycare closes. My son was in daycare, and daycare closes at 6 p.m. And even when he started, instead of putting him in regular school to go to for preschool, I put him in he was in daycare. He started off at daycare first, and then he was in daycare in the morning. Then about 9 o'clock, it's 8:30, 9 o'clock is when preschool started. And he was in preschool. And then preschool was for like, I don't know, maybe 3.5, 4 hours. Then they had lunch, and then it moved back to daycare. Oh wow, sis, I just got your messages. She's going to end up going to that school twice a day. Yeah, actually, yeah, she is going to end up going there twice a day. She is. She can drop them both off at the same time. And actually, there's two different preschool. Now I don't know if all schools do it, but usually, they have morning. and then they have afternoon. It depends on how many kids they have that go to preschool, how many preschool classes they have. Unless you can go to preschool for all day, if like say you need speech therapy or something like that, because I used to work, in a school. Like she could use speech therapy, because you notice she doesn't correct A the way she corrects J, even at that age. Don't think JD would do anything with. I don't know. Yeah, I don't think they're messing around. Okay, you guys, let me tell you something. Let me read what people are saying on her live. Core, please fix the download issue with the pre-orders of your album on your website. I have been having trouble finding my download as well. I've just been streaming it off YouTube. If I paid for the album yesterday, how do I see the song? How do I get it to download? If okay, somebody said it's in your email. That's where you get the download. She said I've been having, and somebody else said I've been having problems doing it too. Jesus. And then somebody wanted to message her privately for help. Talking about I can see the email where I purchased it, but I don't see, there's nothing for me to download. Mm-mm-mm. Lord have mercy. Yeah, they're suckers. Yeah, yes, it's still going to make her jealous. And not only that, and how dare he, like they keep saying, oh, he's dealing with her enemies. Well, I thought Justin was your enemy. She acts like Justin is her enemy. So Justin can talk to, be friends with anyone that he wants to. That is a grown ass man. Do you think JD is happy that designer was inside KO's condo, knowing that he's been arrested before for, you know I gotta find a good way to say it, but I don't know if y'all know what he did the first. This isn't just when he got arrested this time. What he first did on the airplane, where he was playing with the cassava. Uh huh. You know what I'm saying? Or he was in there with smoking that stuff where the kids live at. He was doing it right on camera. Now he's a woman. No, now he's a woman abuser, and he knows where that girl lives at. And I also thought it was kind of funny and weird how after that happened, and I know she had to have heard it because she's on she goes to every blogger's page. Now, I have never, all these years, the last few years that I've been doing this and talking about her, she has never blocked me. And now all of a sudden, she blocked me like maybe almost 2 weeks ago. Why she blocked me? I never speak on her page. But she blocked me. I can still watch her though. But she blocked, she blocked Tasmanian. Why she blocked me? She goes on everybody's pages to see what they were saying about her and all that. So I know she know that designer was arrested. And it was just weird how all of a sudden now you're gonna repost them. Like that was a dumb move. If they're not the regular star senders, they'll be blocked tomorrow. Yes, they will. Yes, they will. Yeah, Stony is everything that KO is not. She sure will make a wonderful wife and mother one day. Look how Jay just took to her instantly. Because she could, kids can tell if you're a good person. I always say kids and dogs, they can tell if you're a good person. Yes, he did. Whipped it right out on that airplane and was doing some things. He was doing some things with it. Twice. Yup. With my older kids, they didn't have to go to daycare because my dad kept them. So they just went, straight into school. My youngest one, he had to go to daycare. And see here, they only do half a day for preschool unless you need extra help. So that's why I had him stay at the daycare because I didn't want to make it too much of him go to daycare just for, an hour or two in the morning, then be transported to a public school to do, preschool, then bring him back to the daycare. I didn't want all of that. Yes, he whipped it out on the airplane. Yes, he did. So, yeah, I got blocked. Sure did. Sure did. I thought it was funny, but sometimes, they either see about or like um when Don and KO were still, dealing with it, before they fell out, I got blocked from Don's page and I never commented on his page, but I guess somebody must have gave him my name. I don't know. Because a lot of us got blocked. And then when he got ready to speak out, he went and unblocked us all. Because I was shocked one day when I seen that I was unblocked. Like I said, I had mine in daycare. Then he went to public school for kindergarten, first grade. Then COVID came. So he had to do the online school. And then I put him in, then that's when I moved him into private because the school he's in, they don't do kindergarten or first. They go from second to 12th. Oh yeah, they're always doing that. They're always screenshotting our names, screenshotting our comments. Then they look us up. Then they post our pictures on their pages. Then they contact. I forget the lady's name. They had did that to her. And then they sat there and contacted all her children who had businesses. She had to shut her pages down, and that was just ridiculous that she had to do that. KO belongs to the anytime, any place. You got that right. You are surely right about that. That's what I heard. She told baby A told her mother to stop shaking her nash because her dad told them not to do it, and he told his daughters right not to be over there shaking your asses. She blocked me over a year ago with about 100 of us laughing and putting. I'm like really shocked that I lasted this long. I am really shocked that I lasted this long because she just blocked me maybe going on 2 weeks, if even that. So I'm surprised I got this far without her blocking me. And I never say anything. So she's either ran across one of my lives or somebody told her to block me. Because I get a lot of them. I've been getting a lot of them goats on my page in my comments. Like today, before I came live, that's what I was doing. I was over there blocking them. Telling me that, oh, I will, KO will be my downfall. No, I guess, I don't know. I'm going to bow down to her and, she'll be my downfall and blah, blah. She ain't going to be shit to me. So the billboard picture that was everybody was hyping was a bit of a letdown. I don't know what they expected. I don't know what they expected of that billboard. Anybody can be on the billboard. Hell, I can get online and put my damn dog on there if I want to. All I got to do is pay for it. She was on that billboard before, stupid ass Kim. Looking like she 110 years old. Miss Wrinkles. She took donations, and then people got mad at her because she didn't put that billboard up. She finally had to put it up there because she got tired of people coming after her. Did she make it from that? No. Most people, Times Square is such a big, busy place. Yes, you have tourists that go through there and things like that. But then people who live in New York, they ain't paying attention to them damn thing. And them goats, they look stupid standing out there waiting for her picture to show up so they can scream her name out, looking stupid. Jan in her Jeep on top of the Jeep. You got that right. She is not fussy. All that money she made selling that album is tax free. Like, so, you know what? Ain't none of that stuff tax free. I guarantee you, I don't know, because most of them things like Facebook, YouTube, Instagram, TikTok, all them things, yeah, they don't take taxes out, but they report you to the IRS with a 1099. I don't believe she claims everything. Okay, that's my belief. That's my opinion. But and she's probably getting away with it because a lot of IRS workers have been laid off. But pretty soon those things will catch up to her. She hasn't haven't blocked me on both of her. Yet I talk shit when she has a back turn and pop out. Well, I mean, I can still watch her on YouTube. I can still watch her on Facebook on another page I have. You know what I'm saying? But I just thought it was funny. I was just like, what? She blocked me? I laughed. I was over here laughing to myself. But it is what it is. It's just crazy, but she can block me all she want to. I'm still gonna laugh at her. And she can like it or not, whatever. You don't want people to talk about you. Stop doing dumb shit on social media. And I'm gonna say that to her goats too. Talk about leave Cora alone. Leave Cora alone. Tell her to stop doing dumb shit on social media and we won't talk about her. We won't laugh about her. Okay? Because if she gonna do it on social media, I'm gonna talk about it. If I think she did something stupid, I'm gonna laugh and talk about it and make a post. If she done something stupid, I'm gonna laugh and talk about it and make another post. What y'all gonna do? Y'all just come on my page all the time. Leave her alone. Leave her alone. She's better than you. Whatever. Whatever. My children eat. I can walk on my floor barefoot, even with white socks on, and my socks are still white. I take care of my dog better than she takes care of her children. I don't sit here and sexually exploit any of my children. I don't walk around and walk down the street and see through outfits in the grocery store. My ass hanging out at my children's school, and the list goes on and on and on. She probably saw people tagging you and checked you out. Maybe. I don't care how she found out about me. To be honest, well, she probably did. Because sometimes people do tag me. But I just thought it was funny. Because, it's like she blocks people. Like people still can't watch her. I thought I read if you claim you are self-employed, Facebook, etc., don't take. No, they don't take anything. Or even if you don't, that's just how they do it because, you know, they only take out taxes, I believe, for their like permanent employees that like work in the office. You know, content creation is considered self-employment. So they pay you with a 1099. And it is her responsibility it is her responsibility to report her income, but Facebook and them are already reporting it because see, if they don't report that they paid, say there's a million content creators, they have to report that they paid, that they didn't take taxes out, and this is, and and they gave you a 1099 for X amount of money. So they're not responsible for those taxes. So they have to prove that, Mark Zuckerberg has to prove that he's not responsible for the taxes that KO has to pay. So they report it. You know Papa Smurf lost all that weight so he can fit into her clothes, don't you? I looked it up for a reason. I can't say here. Okay. Yes, we spoil our pets. Sure do. I really hope somebody sends. Oh, she took that off. Yeah, I spoil my dog. I have a teacup Maltese. And I can't even walk into the next room without her behind following me. She is spoiled. She has to eat a certain type of food, everything. Oh, that would be a good one. Send Stoney's song of Clock It to the neighbor so he can play it. That would be a good one. If I lived in California, I probably would have rolled up outside the condo, blasting it. Because that's a good one right there. Trying to act like she's unbothered. That girl is very, very bothered. How dare she? Yup, she did. She did. She's not scared of you. We all know Don's definitely not scared of you. And Justin, well, this way he found one of his balls. Maybe not found both of them, but he found one of them. Because he's standing up to her now. Now, let's be honest. The kids have asked if they could have a dog in the past and a cat, and she said no. So she did the next best thing. She got them emotional support ants. I bet she gets cash for other activities. You got that right, allegedly. I believe that. I believe that's part of her all that traveling and stuff like that. But that's my opinion. You know what I'm saying? Shoots, don't even put that in that song. She said escorted off the plane, allegedly. That's what she said. Cause I'm gonna tell you something. I believe the way they're talking, they know a lot more about her than we know. But you know what's that saying? Everything in darkness comes to light. Well, everything's coming to light. Everything is coming out slowly and surely. Everything is coming out. And they keep saying that she will not respond. At some point, she's going to respond. She's going to crash out. It's gonna just take one of them days where she's had too much to drink. What they say that a drunk man speak a sober mind. Yeah, she's eventually gonna crash out and say something. Right now, she feels she doesn't have to because they're doing it for her. Don said he sent out cease and desist letters to all of the bloggers, but they're not going to listen. They're going to keep talking. No, I didn't know that. Jay found cash in her closet. And not only that, she spends cash a lot too. And most people don't spend cash. Most people just use their cards. But she always spends cash. I mean, sometimes she uses her card, but I didn't know Jay found cash in her closet. But I believe she has extracurricular activities. At least that's what I hear. Who knows if it's true or not? But if it is, it'll come out eventually. It will definitely come out. Cheryl must have fell asleep. I don't even see her anymore on here. So I don't know. But I want to see what this album that they're talking about. And she's, like I said, Don shocked me tonight, though. And he came out about that, people can't download the song. I wouldn't expect, well, I'm going to put it this way. I wasn't shocked, but I was shocked that I was surprised, to hear him come out and say that because I hadn't heard that because I didn't watch her last video, so I didn't know that. But it's funny. I think it's really funny, but I'm not surprised because it's happened before. It's happened before, and it won't be the next time. It won't be the last time. People are still gonna do it. I mean, she's still gonna do it. Sorry, she's still gonna do it. Let's see. Let me see. We hardly saw her when she went to Italy. We hardly saw her when she was in Japan. That's true. Only thing we saw was her eating in her hotel room. That's very true. Yes, a while back, Jay made it sound like a lot, but KO downplayed how much. Yeah. Don said the other night that it was going to crash and they can't get their money back. She's not going to give them their money back. Last time she did that, people asked for their money back. And she made it clear, if you ask for your money back, you will get blocked. Look, you gonna give me my money back, or my bank gonna give me my money back. Pick one. You know. So, and I gotta look into this. That they took down 6 of them songs off of YouTube. I gotta check out and see if that's true or not. Because somebody on here earlier said that she was complaining that 6 of the songs, I mean, I don't know if it's her or one of her goats, were complaining that 6 of the songs was taken off of YouTube. The only way I could see that happening is if they were either really, really inappropriate. I'm assuming they would take them down if they were reported for that, or if those were some of the songs that Don had produced. Money smiling in her count. Uh-huh. So if Don I think Don did say that if she used any of those songs, he was gonna copyright her. And he sat there and said also she would do it, and he's right. And if they're his songs, no, she ain't got no right. She ain't got no business using them. She should not be using them. I think this time JD will go along with whatever is found out about her. He knows it won't end otherwise. Yeah, I agree with you, Jan. And actually, I believe he's tired. I believe he's fine. This is what I always say about people. Everybody has a limit. Okay? Some people can deal with a lot, whether they're scared or they don't like confrontation, whatever the reason is. Some people can deal with a whole lot of stuff. Some people can deal with medium size of stuff before they've had enough. They've reached their limit. Some people are like me. I can't deal with it. You know what I'm saying? Like, if I was Justin, I would have shut that shit down years ago. Years ago. If I was Justin's mother, he'd have been mad at me. Oh, I would have shut it down. He would have just been mad at me. But no, you're not gonna walk out here and think you're gonna do my kid like that. I don't care if he's grown or not. When I look out for my kids, I'm gonna look out for them from newborn to the day I die. I got my kids back. That's just how I am. Yeah, JD has had enough. He sure has. And it's about time. That's what I'm gonna say about that. It's about time that Justin has had enough and stood up. Now, I don't care if Don has given him the courage to do it. I don't care how he got to this point. I'm just glad he's there. Do I think Don gave him a lot of courage to do it? Yeah, I think Don had a lot to do with that. And I'm good. I'm glad. I'm good with that. Maybe that's what he needed. Maybe he needed that push like Don is giving him. Yes, JD had been quiet for a very long time. And they're complaining, oh, he's talking about her. He's this, he's that. Well, Stupid talks about him every damn day. So what? He can't defend himself? He can't clap back at her? You know what I'm saying? So it was good. What they say was good for the goose is good for the gander. You know what I'm saying? She gets to sit here and spew these lies. You know what I'm saying? Talk bad about him in front of the children. A couple weeks ago about this is right before they went to JD's last time, about the passport. You went, she had a whole conversation with Jay about the passport, about how her father wouldn't sign the passport and A can't go because A don't have a passport. You're a fool because Jay's passport ain't even good. Jay's about to turn 7 years old. Her passport was only good for 5 years as a child. Unless you're under, what is it, 16 or 17 years old, your passport is only good for 5 years. So Jay don't even have a passport. Because you need JD's signature to renew her passport. Yeah, he might have needed a man's advice. You're right. I believe those was his songs because that's why she wouldn't turn the music up loud. True. That's a good possibility. It sounded like the same horrible mess that Don played. She don't want to turn that. Uh-huh. They are on his page saying she doesn't talk about him. I see that. I see when they be saying that. And I'm like, are you stupid? She was just talking about him that same day, and y'all over at his page talking about, she doesn't talk about you. She doesn't talk about you. She never talks about you. Really? Did you not hear her say that my ex is the one who hired somebody to unalive me? And you got the nerve to open your mouth and say that shit the same damn day? Check out Bobby's post and Stoney's comment an hour ago. Okay. It's crazy. That girl talks about that man all the damn time. And he has the right to open his mouth back if he wants to. If she does, if y'all don't want him to talk about her or bring her up, then tell her to shut up and stop talking about him. They're in pain for his clapback. Yeah. Let's see. If you purchase KO's album and didn't receive a link, you may want to consider contacting the LAPD, Better Business Bureau, and the district attorney and report for scam fraud. This isn't the first time that something like this has happened. Stop being a doormat. You all paid for an album and didn't receive a link. And then boom, the album is released on YouTube for free. Okay? Let's see. Let's see if I can find so many comments. I don't know what Stoney said, and I'm tired of. I don't. I'll look later. Yup, that's true. That is very true. You know, because she's gonna keep doing it, and now and then what's gonna really be funny for all of them is they pay for that album, $9.99. They don't have a link to download it. Then she wants you after you done paid for the album. Now she wants you to go to YouTube because people were saying that she told them just go to YouTube and watch and listen. And now I'm not 100% sure yet, but I heard on my live that 6 of those songs were taken down. So now they can't even listen to that for free. Talk about a scammer. Yeah, she talks about him all these years. You are very right about that. Even bringing out new stuff. Oh, it was my birthday and I wanted to go out, and so he threw water in my face. Girl, you ain't said that. Wait, that's a new one. That's a new lie. Where that one come from? Girl, sit your ass down somewhere and stop lying. Like, geez. You know, you always talk about how bad he is and this and this and that, but you sure don't miss a week dropping them girls off to him, to such a horrible person. You know, your goats tell you all the time, every time you drop them off, I don't trust those girls with him. But you see KO still gonna break her neck to go drop them girls off. No matter she sees him, he can just come back from being with Don, and she knows about it. She mad as hell, but she's still gonna meet him to drop those girls off. Seems she thrashed the link to cover her track. Really, since she used some of the vocals that done possibly. Who wants trade? I have a Laver Dorito, Loving Rose, Tough Two. I don't know who you are, but uh, okay, I ain't got time for you. Hey, call out queen. She probably did get rid of that link, and like I said, and they're saying, like I said, all I know is I heard earlier somebody told me that 6 of those songs were removed off of YouTube. I'm gonna have to go check it out. Right, and not giving receipts for the 9.99. Yeah, cause she told people to contact her on her management page and show proof that they bought the album. Now, what if she didn't send them a receipt? I don't know. You know how that girl is. No, she always scamming people. It's just weird how she wanted them to, she wanted to sell a certain amount of them on her own website. And then once she sold over the amount, and she thought that that meant she made it in the American, the U.S. Music business. That's not how it works. And then then she posted it on Amazon and Amazon Music, Apple Music, YouTube, Spot. That now she put all that stuff out there. Now, since they can't download the album, oh, go watch it on YouTube for free. Uh huh. You know what I'm saying? They should have been did that. But most of them, they'll be fine. Because they said it when people brought it up before. Somebody brought it up before this week, and on one day this week, and sat there and said they probably won't even be able to download it. It's probably going to be empty. And they was like, that's fine. Even if there is no link, we still will support her. Okay, so y'all need to shut up. Stop complaining because you can't download the album. Yes, she knew exactly what she had planned the whole damn time. You were surely right about that. Yes, she knew. She definitely knew that. Yeah, she's a dirty scammer. That's all she does. But like her sister said, her fans love to be scammed. Y'all should have been insulted when her sister said that. Y'all should have been real insulted. It's one thing for y'all to be okay with what she does, but to put y'all on blast on a live video, y'all dumb as hell. Who purchased it should have a record of however they paid for it. That's true. She plans one scheme back to back. Very true. But I knew that, it was it was probably mainly for money. And then two, like I said, I don't know 100% yet if any of those songs were Don's that he had produced. But I know one thing, if they were, that Neptune's guy, he's going to be mad because he put, if I'm not mistaken, shouldn't he have put his name on those on that album, saying that he produced it? So if he put his name on there, I hope she told him, because that makes him look bad. And they say he's a well-known. I mean, they say he's a well-known producer. I don't know, because I really don't know. I don't know of him. But if that's true, and I know he did win some award from some singer, some song he produced. But that makes that man look very bad to have his name on a song that another producer owns the masters to. And if she did do that to him, I hope he don't fuck with her no more. Excuse my language. Because that's messed up to do that. We know Horiana don't care. You know what I'm saying? But if that man's trying to keep a reputation, you know, about himself, because if you're a well-known producer, you don't need that type of mess on you, on your record. Hey, Melissa, so that's messed up. I don't know if he knows what's going on. I really don't know. Now, will she tell him? Probably not. Just finished work. Good company to drive home to. Thank you. We're night owls. I think Don did encourage him because he would have been seeing everyone saying JD needs to stand up. That's true. Like I said, even if he's the reason why JD is standing up now, hey, I'll take it. Don seems to know a lot of music producers, right? But I don't know if he knows Neptune's. But even if Don doesn't tell him, if those are Don's songs and Neptune's put his name on it, then he would have did that because KO didn't tell him. I don't think he would have did that as a producer. I don't think he would have put his name on them songs. You know what I'm saying? Knowing that Don owned the masters. I don't think he would have did that. You know what I'm saying? But like I said, if those she did use Don's song and Neptune's put his name on it, Neptune's is gonna find out and he's not gonna be happy. He's not gonna be happy about it. And that's nobody's fault but KO. But you know how she is. She does what she wants to do, and that's because of people. Everybody allow her to get away with everything. You allow her to get away with everything, and so she thinks she can just do whatever the heck she wants to do. She needed this. You know what I'm saying? She needed what Don is doing. She needed this, and she deserved this. Yeah, Jen. Don't worry about it. I've been on here about 3.5 hours. I'm gonna be getting off. But this is exactly what KO needed. She needed somebody that stood up to her and not scared of her and giving her back everything that, that's giving her everything she deserved. And that's why them goats can't stand it. Because they're like, how dare he do that? Yup. Yup, she's getting what she deserves. All right, ladies, I've been on here like 3.5 hours. I don't know what time it is in your neck of the wood, but it's 2:30 here. 2:30 a.m. At least I ain't got to get up early in the morning. No Saturday, no school. And of course, I know you're probably on Sunday already. Because you're usually a day after us. She'll fly out next week and think, yeah, you're right. She will. Lupe, we all hope that's what the end result is. And you good? It's only 11:30. Oh, okay. You're welcome, Jan. I doubt Neptune got any money from. I don't think he did either, cause she keeps saying something about, you want me to pay or something like that. So I don't think she paid him yet. I don't know why people do this, but I tell you one thing: when she go to Nigeria, then people don't be on that. You owe me nothing. 9:30 a.m. Oh, it's your Orthodox Easter. Okay, well, happy Easter to you. I work at 11, so I have to call it a night. You're welcome. About to get off anyways, because I've been on here like 3.5 hours, even though I don't have to get up early in the morning, early in the morning, because there's no school, but, I don't want to be laying in my bed all day either. So, ladies, I enjoy everyone joining, and if anyone on here that has not subscribed to my channel, please subscribe to my channel and my Facebook. And everyone who came in late, you can go watch the replay. And thank you for everybody for their support. You're welcome, Sharon. You're welcome, Anna Court, Jan, Lupe, my sister Cheryl, and Sharon. But everybody have a good night, okay? Well, morning, night, wherever we're at. And I might come back on Sunday. Okay? Everybody enjoy the rest of your night. Bye.